Alliance Control, this is SSV Normandy. Are we clear to descend? Alliance Control, this is Normandy. We're headed to Bay 1-4, Zakara Ward. Are we clear to descend? What the hell's going on down there? Even if there were a station malfunction, they'd have backups online. I got a bad feeling here. Checking emergency channels. No. No, 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 no!
What have you got?
You're gonna want to hear this, Commander. Emergency message playing on loop from a comm tower.
To all incoming ships, the Citadel is under attack. Do not attempt to land. Cerberus is controlling all docks. Notify the Citadel fleet. Send reinforcements to CSEC headquarters. If that falls, the station falls.
That sounded like Commander Bailey.
Where do you want the Normandy?
Since you can't dock, we'll deploy in the shuttle. Get us in near CSEC headquarters.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, people! Coming in hot! Get to cover!
Aye, aye, ma'am!
Bailey, how bad are you hurt?
I'm alright. It looks worse than it is. About time some cavalry got here.
Is this the situation everywhere? Are the counselors even alive?
They split up. I'll know more if I can access the terminal inside.
Can you get us in?
I'll get the door. If no one interrupts me with a bullet this time. Here we go. CSET network access, courtesy of Cerberus.
How's that gonna help?
Cerberus has control of the main channels, but I can set up a new one. Without it, our people have no plan and no chance. Hello.
What have you got?
A warning from Counselor Ashiel. She's supposed to be here meeting with the Executor.
This move may provoke retaliation. Well, that's an understatement. If she's inside, she's in trouble.
One counselor's better than zero. Where am I headed?
The Executor's office is defensible. She may have gone to ground there when the shooting started.
I'm on it.
Just a sec. There. Now we can talk by Omnitool. Go.
Troops in the lobby. They were dug in.
I can see more through the cameras. They're all over the station.
This one got it in the back of the head. Inside job.
Same as Mars. Cerberus likes their sleeper agents.
Security doors have been sealed for your protection.
Any survivors in there?
None yet.
Damn it. Keep looking.
So many lives given.
I don't think they gave, Doc. I think they got taken.
We've got to be close now.
Looks like the fight's over.
Trying to retake the central communications hub. Without it, they can't get a signal for help off the station. There's no...
Bailey, looks like they got the Executor and 2 Solarian bodyguards.
Damn. Alright, keep searching. If you don't see the counselor's body, don't count her out yet.
Found her. She looks unharmed.
Get her somewhere safe.
Don't even think about it.
Shepard, he's going to kill us all.
That remains to be seen.
I mean Udina. He's staging a coup. The other counselors are headed for a trap.
3-on-1, pal. It's over.
No. No, it's fun.
You're gonna pay for that. An assassin. He's getting away.
He must be going after the rest of the council.
Get the word out. Udina's trying to seize power. I've got to get to the counselors.
They're being taken to a shuttle pad on the Presidium. Start driving. I'll try to raise them on the comm. I've got a fix on the council's position. I'm sending it to your car.
Good work, Bailey. We're almost there.
Shepard, my instruments say your car's stopped.
I'm on foot now. Any luck contacting the council?
Negative, their guards are dead. But we've still got vital signs on the council's transponders.
Where are they going?
The shuttle pad above Shalmar Plaza. Udina's with them. If he can get them in range of that assassin, this is all over.
On my way.
Shield-like effect from their palms, giving out bizarre dark energy readings.
You want me to hack a handoff for you, Doc?
The council needs us. Run! They've sealed us out.
Shalmar Plaza. Where's the council?
In an elevator. They're trying to get to the shuttle dock. Someone's following them. Someone with a sword. Got a ride for you, Shepard. Grab an elevator.
I'm in the shaft.
Hang on. This'll be a fast climb.
Tell me that assassin hasn't reached the council.
He's trying, but I'm making his elevator stop on every floor.
Nice. I found our friend.
Kill his elevator. There's a power conduit beneath it.
Going down.
Incoming phantoms.
Guess that was their stop.
Shepard, bad news.
Is there any other kind?
That hitman jumped to another elevator and he's overridden my controls. He's on his way up. I can't stop him.
I'll handle it.
Not again!
Shepard?
I see them! Jump!
Did you feel that?
Gunman, get down! Go! Damn it! Cerberus hit the shuttle! Everybody back to the elevator! Shepard?
Shepard's blocking our escape. She's with Cerberus.
Weapons down! All of you!
You're in no position to dictate terms.
My gun says otherwise.
Would I do this if I wasn't dead certain, Ash? If I were right. Udina's behind this attack. The Solarian Counselor confirmed it.
My evidence suggests otherwise. Observe. Here is Counselor Esheel being shot in CSEC headquarters. Here is Commander Shepard pulling the trigger.
You're gonna pay for that.
What more do you need?
I'm sold.
There are Cerberus soldiers in the elevator shaft behind us. If you open that door, they'll kill you all.
What Shepard says is possible. Unlikely, but possible.
We don't have time to debate this. We're dead if we stay out here. I'm overriding the lock.
Holster your weapon, soldier.
Damn it, Ash.
Counselor, get the door.
Ashley. Oh, God damn it, Ash. He was with Cerberus.
So were you. I hope the Reapers send you to hell.
Commander!
Stand back. I'll cover you if they get through the door.
The door!
Bailey.
Made it as fast as we could, Shepard. Looks like you took care of things.
Then it's true. We were in danger. But I don't understand. You said Cerberus was right here.
Cerberus was right here, but they beat feet into the Keeper tunnels when they figured out we were coming. Sorry, Counselor, I'll say it plain. Shepard just saved the lot of you.
And I owe you, Shepard. For our lives, and for brokering a deal with the Primarch of the Krogan that I never could.
Too bad it took this to get you on board.
We will not make that same mistake again.
Shepard, do you have any idea why Cerberus would do this?
Honestly, no. But I plan to find out.
All right, people. Principals are evacuated. We got a tunnel and 1 million more places to secure. Move it.
Yes? Things didn't go as planned. The Council's still in control of the Citadel and Udina's dead.
Udina was expendable.
Now what?
There are other plans in motion. I'll fill you in when you return. I'm surprised you let Shepard get the better of you, Ling.
It won't happen again.
We'll see.
We looked over every centimeter of those tunnels, Shepard. Your Cerberus pal is made out of smoke and mirrors.
He likes to fight. He'll show up again.
Pardon me if I'm not reassured by that. We can't even get an ID on him. He released a VI into the Citadel system that erased footage of him wherever he went. Probably the same VI that got doctored footage of you to Udina so fast. Whoever this guy is, he's a pro.
He's as mortal as anyone else. He'll make a mistake.
I hope I'm there when it happens. We lost a lot of good people today. Speaking of, I need to go check on some wounded. Take care of yourself, Shepard.
Sector status recognized.
Krogan troops have joined the Turian fleet defending the Volus homeworld of Irun. The Krogan... Full Protectorate officials welcomed the additional forces in the corporate nation of Benar. Master tradesman Noble Sai warned his people to barricade their homes, as fierce fighting and pain is expected.
My wife was just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to
They hit where? How are we supposed to predict the moves of an enemy we don't understand?
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Commons. Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Kanala Exports is pleased to offer goods for security and peace of mind. Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies. Thank you. Come again.
Listen, I thought of something. No, it can't wait until I'm back on duty. The Hesperian.
Can't believe how hard the doctors are working to keep that terrorist bastard alive.
He's in intensive care?
He got blasted by Cerberus. They think he's just another victim.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel have failed. The Solarian Counselor was killed in the attack.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Casa Fabrication Weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Good hunting.
Rules be played. People have a right to defend themselves.
We're at war. If the Citadel gets attacked again, everybody needs to fight.
The commander's right. It's not like those Reaper things care about hurting civilians.
But selling weapons to just anyone makes it easier for groups like Cerberus to get a hold of them.
Cerberus attacked the Citadel with military-grade weapons and powered armor. I doubt they need one of my pistols.
Okay, you're right.
Welcome to Agor Munitions. Thank you for shopping at Agor.
Welcome to Cipertine Armory. Thank you for shopping at Cipertine Armory.
Commander Shepard, do you have a minute?
Can I help you?
Jordan Knowles, E-Crimes. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. I've got a potential security leak. I haven't seen anything major yet, but better to be safe, right? If you've got time to help, check out this console.
Got it. Looks like a collection of access codes.
They're Batarian diplomatic codes, from back when they had an embassy on the Citadel. If you can use your Spectre access to find them, I can shut them down.
I can access restricted intel at the Spectre office in the embassy. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Forces continue their assault on Sari space, claiming the nearest cluster base in Nebula.
Hello, Shepard. Nice to see you.
Turian Krogan force has landed on a moon in an attempt to retake the Horus homeworld from Reaper forces.
I just don't understand why you're suddenly so conflicted.
Look, the counselor was killed in the attack.
If he's a terrorist, he ought to be locked up.
Shut. Gorex wanted for 6 bodies. 6.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at ward level, Purgatory. One moment, please. Now arriving at Bithynium Embassy.
Position vacated by Counselor Danielle.
Look, I filled out all the forms for the system and jumped through every hoop. I don't even know where Neota is. It's gonna be...
Spectre status recognized.
Grim news out of the Skillian Verge tonight. The colony of Elysium has fallen to the Reapers. The prosperous colony held out longer than was thought possible, but Reaper reinforcements ultimately overwhelmed the humans. Experts fear that colonies within reach of Elysium's mass relay may be next. From across the Milky Way.
Support on Pathfinder. Krogan leader Erdnot Weave stated
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
We're low on meta
So I'm in the shower with hot water and everything. And that's when Naira came.
Naira was another huntress on your ship?
Yeah, a friend. I wanted it to be more than that, but she had a medical condition.
It's okay. It's in the file.
The farm girl calls in to me that another Asari is here. I thought the shuttle had gotten back early. I come out in a towel and Naira walks through the door. But it wasn't her. Not anymore.
Welcome to Serta. Thank you for shopping.
while defending the council from Cerberus. No replacement has been selected for the position vacated by Counselor.
Knowles, this is Shepard. I found one of the...
Okay, I'll shut it down. Just need to authorize your Spectre status. Looks like someone was trying to requisition medical supplies. Okay, that access code is officially disabled. Can you find any more?
Were hit by Reaper forces.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
I've got your briefing, Private. Let's fill you in before the squad arrives. The Alliance is posting us to an ESO...
Knowles, I found another spot where the Batarian codes were used.
Looks like they were tampering with emergency food requests at the refugee center.
Trying to get more food for themselves?
Looks like... Okay. This code's offline now as well. Should just be one left, Commander.
Spectre status recognized. Please select one moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay E-24. Emergency civilian
The council
housing.
needs to understand what these refugees have been through. Can't you let me in?
Lieutenant Commander Ashley Williams, the second human Spectre, was killed in action.
What are you doing here?
The Council.
I'm waiting.
Waiting? Waiting for who?
For my parents. They put me on the rescue.
Damn it, I'm telling you, someone sabotaged the Medi-Shelf dispensers. No, if I knew who, I'd have had them arrested. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I've got Turian soldiers dying for lack of medication.
And Sue's Hull were hit by Reaper forces.
Come on!
Listen, please, we just need more food. I can give you the location of some rooms.
Nice.
Prothean. A gay hit him. I hate
Knowles, I found another point where someone was using the Batarian access codes.
Shepard, they're using it right now. I can trace them.
Where are they?
Right there in the refugee camp. I'm on my way.
Here's our culprit, Shepard. Thanks for your help.
Shepard? Of course. After what you did to the Bahak system, why would I expect anyone else?
Do I know you?
No. But you knew Commander Balak, our greatest agent. When you killed him in the sky over Terra Nova, you threw our external operations into chaos. The Reapers annihilated us, and most of our people have been transformed into monstrosities. A few remaining warships have resorted to petty piracy, while I steal scraps for refugees.
Knowles, take him away.
Thanks, Commander. Nice working with you.
Pressure's okay. No infection so far.
Can I talk to him?
Only if it's important, Commander. He's hurt bad.
Are you Gorek?
Go away. Nothing to say.
Not even what a terrorist's doing on the Citadel?
You!
Do I know you?
Every Batarian with someone on Aratok remembers your face.
Planet that got caught in the Alpha Relay explosion.
You butchered a colony. Only regret. Don't have the strength to.
So you just started murdering people?
How many did you murder? Don't pretend your hands are clean, you.
No one here would even be alive if I hadn't destroyed that relay. I spent months taking heat for Aratot from both the Alliance and the Batarians, and you know what? If it saved the entire galaxy, I can live with that just fine.
Then why don't you? Then why don't you get rid of another Batarian for your precious galaxy? Shut down this machine. Just let me die. Oh.
Forces landed on a moon in an attempt to retake the Volus homeworld from Reaper forces.
The galaxy needs to understand what these refugees have been through. Can't you let me in? No.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at ward level purgatory.
How's the head?
Good. Concussion's almost gone.
When I heard your grandchild.
Look at this! All it took was a Cerberus attack on the Citadel to get folks around here to pay attention to the war.
How's this any different from normal?
Can't you see the desperation? This isn't happy dancing. This is forget my problems dancing. Look at the arms. If a guy waves his arms like that, he's worrying about a lot more than looking stupid on the dance floor.
That's surprisingly observant.
I've had time to watch a lot of dancing from the sidelines. Speaking of which,
Dancing?
watching from the sidelines. What do you think about me and Edie?
You know, with all this interest in Edie, it's possible you've overlooked other options.
I never really considered it, Commander. No offense.
And now that you're considering it,
I've served with you from the day you took command. I'd follow you into hell.
but not into my quarters.
Well, chain of command, Shepard. In an alternate dimension without military ranks, I would rock your world.
But in this one, Edie?
Well, yeah. What do you think?
Why not?
Because I could break a bone just from some light over-the-clothes action?
It's always a risk. But then so are the Reapers.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on dating Harbinger.
You know what I mean. If we all ended up dead this time tomorrow, what would you regret?
Getting a shattered pelvis. And a broken heart. Such a stupid idea.
If you could be out there right now on the dance floor, would you be waving your arms?
Yeah.
Sounds like you got bigger things to worry about than looking stupid.
Yeah, guess I do. Now, if you'll excuse me. Haven't broken anything yet. That's a start.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an ESO core private to lobby?
I had a friend in security at Sonax, and there was definitely Prothean tech on Garva.
Intel's expecting a
Shepard, I got Anderson patched in. I was just getting him up to speed.
Udina? That SOB was always power-hungry. But this?
He wasn't in charge. Cerberus was just using him to take control of the Citadel.
What the hell for?
I don't know. Not yet.
Could have been a lot worse. In the end, we only lost Counselor O'Shield.
Kyle.
What?
Your assassin. I'll have Hackett send you my reports on him.
I take it you two have met.
A friend and I have had a few run-ins with him. I shot him in both legs once. Thought that might be the end of him. But he should have begun on Omega, even stronger.
Elusive man patch him up?
That'd be my guess. Given what they were able to do with you and Grayson. It's a safe bet Lang's even more dangerous now.
I'll take whatever advantage I can get against these bastards.
Their attempts may have had at least one unintended side effect. I received word from the Asari Counselor. They're requesting an update on the Crucible.
Lang has them scared. Enough to send help?
Yes, the Asari are throwing in their support, and the Solarians are completely on board now.
How's your progress on the Crucible?
Good. Our estimates suggest we've completed nearly 50% of the known work.
So quickly.
Once decoded, the schematics are designed in such a way that allows our scientists to easily translate the information. It's not Prothean specific.
Are we any closer to understanding how to use it?
That's still open for debate. Utilized in the right fashion, our scientists are convinced it can generate enough energy to destroy the Reapers. The question is, how will it dispense the energy? And in what form?
You mean, how do you stop it from wiping us all out?
Exactly. We think the catalyst is the key to determining how to focus its energy, how to direct its energy at the Reapers alone.
I'm working on that.
You'll find the answers, Shepard. I'll send you an update on the schematics. And in the meantime, we'll keep building.
And we'll keep fighting. Make sure there's an Earth left to come back to.
You've always trusted me. I won't let you down.
We're still in this. The gods of war haven't given up on us yet.
Good luck, both of you. Anderson out.
Commander, the Turian fleet is stretched thin. We need more support ships, and the Quarians are willing to talk.
Understood, sir. I'll look into it.
Be careful. We've got reports of instability along the Geth border. Hack it out.
Shepard, I know this may not be the time, but I have something. A contact within Asari High Command was insistent I pass on a distress signal to you.
Something they can't handle?
From what I can tell, they sent several commando squads to investigate. None of them returned. They didn't ask me directly, but I think High Command is hoping you might help.
What's your take on this?
That they wouldn't ask for help if it wasn't important. I'll have to find more information.
Are you okay, Liara?
Not after what we went through on the Citadel. Maybe we should talk about it later.
Goddamn Cerberus bastards. And Udina too. Son of a bitch.
That's crap. Udina made a deal with the devil. He got what he deserved.
Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now. Commander, nice job on the Citadel. You doing okay?
It had to be done.
But how could Ash turn on you? She was one of us. She saw what happened on Vermeer, on Ilos.
And on Horizon, where we were working for Cerberus. Can you really blame her for doubting us?
Hey, you didn't have a choice about Cerberus. You were dead. I was the one who ditched the Alliance over leather seats.
Your regret for the death of a former friend is understandable, but neither of you are at fault. You wished to defend humanity from Reaper attacks. Cerberus offered a viable option. The Alliance did not.
Thanks, Edie. That doesn't really help right now. Commander?
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires Thresher Maws.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are more fallible than they proclaim. Despite its best efforts, the one on Tuchanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers, but I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Geth and the Reapers.
Reproduction isn't all there is. We find meaning in the work we do. Good deeds we accomplish. Love.
I see. I will search my files on the biographies of humans to see if prominent figures follow the pattern you suggest. It appears many humans did in fact do so.
That was quick. Gotta love quantum computing.
Shepard, I will alter my processing power to give priority to your stated goals. Duty, altruism, love.
Wait, you're just gonna turn yourself good? Can you do that?
It should take some time. If I have further questions, I will speak with you again. Thank you.
Commander,
I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute? Commander, I've found something you need to see.
What have you got?
I've been analyzing signals.
Is this the Grissom Academy problem?
No, Commander. The Reapers took Elysium not long ago. Whoever was at Grissom Academy is dead now.
Thank you for the update, Specialist. What have you found?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
I'll look into it if we have time.
I'll mark their possible location on the galaxy map, Commander. Commander?
Trainer, if you're not doing anything, I've got a few hours free. Would you like to come up?
Your cabin is gorgeous. I've seen apartments smaller than this. Oh, an actual shower. The faucets in the women's bathroom are crap, by the way. In any event, I thought you might be in the mood to play.
Chess?
I bought a board on the Citadel. GUI interface, not nearly as much fun as real pieces. But I hoped you might give me some pointers.
That's funny. I figured you'd be more interested in a shower.
I didn't realize that was an option.
It's an option.
Well, just give me a moment to grab my things. Hot water and room to stretch. I could get lost in here. Oh, it's like a week's worth of stress is washing off. And the timing's perfect. I was hoping to look nice with somebody.
Hot date lined up?
Hopefully more than just that. I play for keeps.
Sounds serious.
That depends on whether she's interested.
She's interested.
I needed that.
Are you using me for my shower?
I certainly hope so.
Well, in that case, it's yours whenever you like. Trainer, can you send Diana up? She wanted an interview.
Right away, Commander.
Ready for a chat, Commander?
I'm ready.
Commander, it's no secret that Council Space has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately. Now Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
This was Cerberus trying to do what Sovereign did, and they didn't come close.
You mean fewer lives were lost during the Battle of the Citadel?
Yes.
But humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short. How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten. Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
All right. Now a question from Thesia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties. Thanks for your time, Commander. This is Diana Allers for Battlespace. Good night, and stay strong. Be careful, Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
I think we're just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think? Of course you did. Me and my big mouth. I'll leave you alone. You've probably got a lot to think about.
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
On my way. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good, good. Wow. So this is what I can look forward to when I get my own command.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm old and I can't fight worth shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander.
Sorry, Lola. I guess maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Shoot.
What did you do when they asked you to join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
The N7 program is a big deal, but it's also a big commitment.
I hear that.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why are you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone. And they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
You can't blame yourself for being put in a tough situation. And if you were promoted, then something must have gone right.
Sure, but...
If you'd saved them all, would things have worked out better?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The right choice is usually not the easy one.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yep. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There is not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
Assuming we survive this, that's a no-brainer. You're a damn good soldier, Vega. Don't waste that opportunity.
I'll think about it. Seriously. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
Of course not.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
Are you flirting with me, Lola? I'm going. Thanks again, Shepard.
Anytime.
There is new information on the private messages terminal.
I can't stop thinking about Commander Williams. When we first met, she frightened me. She was so intense when rushing into battle. I never understood what Ashley wanted to prove, but I admired her bravery. Stopping her couldn't have been easy. I'm sorry you had to.
I couldn't risk losing the Council. But no. It wasn't easy.
She was a fine soldier. We can remember that, and make Cerberus pay for her death. What I want now is information on this Cerberus assassin. I don't think it's a coincidence Kai Lang was an N7 ranked Alliance soldier too, Shepard. Maybe the elusive man misses you.
What he misses is manipulating me for his own goals.
I'm afraid those goals now include sending Kai Lang after the catalyst.
Tell me if you find anything.
I will. I'll see you later, Shepard. Perhaps we can talk later.
Have a moment, Commander? Commander, there's something on the Citadel you might want to look into.
What's going on, Doctor?
A group of refugees arrived at the Citadel recently, flushed with military-grade medical supplies and equipment. I cataloged our inventory. We have an excess of medical supplies for treating contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees.
Exactly. Perhaps you could broker a trade with them.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Thank you, Commander. Speak with Tactus. He keeps many of the refugees organized near the Citadel docks. The equipment they have might even allow me to enhance the effects of our Medigel.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available in the war room on VidCom. Commander.
Shepard. I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use. Organizing the resistance. You know, you've got quite a fan club back here. Any news we hear about the Normandy gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life. When they heard that you managed to get the Turians and Krogan to cooperate, that was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here. Faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Can you still coordinate any kind of counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit-and-runs, but it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
I don't like the sound of that. Any more details?
No. And that scares the hell out of me.
Well, the Crucible will scare the hell out of the Reapers.
We're counting on it. Oh, and Shepard, I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
Noted.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
Commander Shepard.
Commander.
Dig up any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat Yakshi monastery.
Ardat Yakshi? Like Morinth?
Morinth chose to be a killer. These Ardat Yakshi isolated themselves to avoid that. But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress signal.
So what's the plan, Doc?
If there was a chance the Ardat Yakshi could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Purge? You mean destroy?
They would have brought heavy explosives with them, yes.
Morinth was dangerous, but are the Ardat Yakshi this big of a threat?
Morinth was just hitting her stride. Ardat Yakshi who kill leave behind astronomical body counts. It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed. They'd never risk a single Ardat Yakshi getting loose.
We don't need something that dangerous running around during a war. We locate the commandos, then finish the job.
As you wish. Though I'd like to know exactly who sent the distress call.
We'll find out soon enough.
The shuttle's warm. We may have a visitor.
No elevator. Like nails on a chalkboard. And it's calling its buddies. Hear that?
Stay sharp. I heard something.
That was my fault, sorry.
Delay. You won't believe what Yan has managed to smuggle in. A copy of Vanya, Venus after supper in the library. Brings her study work. Real is more important tonight, so access to her whole so great.
Reapers. Explains why the commandos never called in.
This monastery's out of the way. What do the Reapers want with Ardat Yakshi? Anything useful?
A floor plan marked with the nav point location of a bomb. It's in some place called the Great Hall.
Guess the Asari decided this place had to go.
This place is a lost cause if it's already crawling with Reapers. Let's get to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Samara?
It has been some time, Shepard. You are a most welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep.
I assume you're here on your own, Justicar. Perhaps for something special?
You are correct. 2 of my daughters live here, and I have come for them. Unfortunately, the Reapers had already infested this place by the time I arrived.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Valer and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived.
They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them.
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this place.
I suspect they will have much to tell us. It has been centuries since I last saw them. We're out of time. We'll meet again. I will draw these creatures off.
Wait! Let's go.
My name is Tasha Pori. I'm wounded. Bad. Give this to my bondmate, Wishra. Prepare to go to the Citadel.
Why'd the Reapers come all this way to wreck a monastery?
They'll invade everywhere eventually.
Yeah, but what makes Asari nuns a priority target? What the hell's that?
What have the Reapers done?
Mother, you came.
As soon as I was able. Shepard, this is Falere, my youngest. She and her sister Rila are Ardat Yakshi. They have
Mother, they have Rila.
What?
I saw some of those creatures take her into the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us. They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
The Asari thought the Ardat Yakshi were to blame for the attack.
This is our home. Most of us are grateful to be here. The monastery is a place Ardat Yakshi can achieve peace.
Falere speaks truthfully, Shepard. I vouch for her words, with pride.
Then we have to find Rila fast. The Great Hall has a bomb in it.
A bomb? What, didn't you come to rescue people?
We'll try, but we can't leave this place standing, Falere.
You sound like the Commandos. They didn't stop to help anyone.
Falere?
I'm sorry.
Falere! The Great Hall. She's looking for Rila.
We'll meet you there.
Please be swift.
Jethro, this is Galay. I've blocked extranet access. We don't need the students panicking about these Reaper rumors. Still, it won't hurt to
Did the Asari plant those explosives, or did they mess up and die out here?
After what the Reapers did, they wouldn't rest until the bomb was in place.
Doc, your people aren't invincible.
No, trust me. We found our bomb.
And Falere.
Rila, wake up!
Falere, Rila cannot hear us.
Rila? Rila, can you hear me? Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn her into one of the Reaper's creatures.
I'm sorry. Can we set off that bomb?
You got a detonator?
Commandos would have had one. We've got to find it. Later. Let's get back to that bomb.
Falere, go! Take the elevator! Rila, what are you doing? It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go!
Move!
No! Rila! I love you. Rila! Not your slaves. Rila, there wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
We left her to die.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Falair, the code demands an Ardat Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save Falair.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were all so much stronger than I believed.
Mother! Why would she do this after Rila saved our lives?
You did nothing to cause this, Falair. Samara made her choice.
She shouldn't have had to. My mother died because of our code. Because I'm an Ardat Yakshi. Please. Leave me with her.
You're an Ardat Yakshi, Falair. I can't risk you leaving this planet.
I have no plans to leave. And I'd never let the Reapers take me alive.
I can't take that chance.
What are you doing? Isn't losing my family enough?
Bring the shuttle. I want off this planet.
Getting your coordinates now, Commander.
Just follow the smoke.
Commander, I'm pleased to hear the Ardat Yakshi situation has been put to rest.
Should I guess you're our contact inside Asari High Command, Counselor?
I'm merely here to convey the gratitude of the Asari people for concluding a difficult, sensitive mission. The next team of commandos we were sending to the monastery are now en route to Admiral Hackett instead. Farewell, Commander.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hackett out.
You see the feeds from Paladin? It's brutal. I'm amazed the Turians are holding it.
The birds don't quit when things get ugly. I'll give them that.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting now. Sorry about Samara.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy. Commander?
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we are not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
You've got new messages, Commander. The Crucible Project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way. Commander?
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray. But it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
That poor girl.
Valere?
Yes. Shepard, did you really have to... Never mind. I should get back to work. Perhaps we can talk later.
Please, enjoy your day.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny? Hey.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need a cab to the Presidium. Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
Her name is Tasha Poray. Of course. P-O-R.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
I love this part of the Presidium. It reminds me of where I grew up.
Where's that?
Armali, back on Thessia. My mother and I lived beside a park. I spent hours there.
Doing what?
Reading, exploring, getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
You're kidding.
I was very young.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
No one else thought it was funny. Oh, the lecture my mother gave me. But she did buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
What was she like?
She was confident and kind. She loved to wear yellow. I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
You'll be okay, Liara.
Maybe you're right. Thank you, Shepard. I feel better. I wish we could spend more time together like this. Just friends.
It'd be nice. And who knows? Maybe you'll settle down after this.
You don't really see me going into civilian life, do you?
No. But I guess that's one more reason we should keep in touch.
Someone to share a few secrets with now and then.
You got it.
I just don't understand why you're suddenly so conflicted.
Look, the asshole's in custody. Killing him won't bring anyone back.
Commander Shepard, I'm Admiral Shallower in West Bay. I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system, when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win,
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy's stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes, cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
I'll accompany you. You'll need my expertise in hacking Geth systems.
Admirals, already a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
My cyber warfare suite has accessed their docking protocols.
Alright, once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. With luck, we're in and out before the Geth know we're there. Admiral Zen will be here in a minute. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Shepard, there's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured.
I see the free one. Pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here. You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute. No wonder the Quarians were having trouble. That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Tally would have loved seeing this.
Well, let's win this one for her.
Any problems so far, Commander?
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
You'll have artificial gravity once you're aboard the Dreadnought.
Till then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth ships use thermal scans, not windows. If they could see us, they'd have destroyed us by now.
Oh, well then. Good.
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Admiral Zen to get schematics for the Dreadnought. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on. I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Excellent. If you could override the controls, we'll join you in a moment.
Got it. You're clear to board. Are you all right, Shepard? All quiet so far. They haven't detected us yet.
There's a way forward through here. I can stay while you secure the area ahead. Oh, and tell me what you think of my new prototype. Excellent. We're clear to proceed.
Looks impressive.
It is. On contact, it transmits an energy pulse that disrupts Geth programming and shields.
I know people who would pay a great deal for this design.
I'm open to offers.
So where are we headed?
A central operations center. Once you secure it, I'll join you to disable the Reaper command signal.
Where's the closest one?
Past the defense network and through a sensor cluster.
Interesting. Their anti-fighter lasers use ultraviolet frequencies. Most ships use infrared.
Expensive. Bet it gives them an edge in close combat, though.
No wonder the Quarians are getting whipped.
We've got Geth!
Holy hell! Where'd they come from?
Shepard, they're aware of your presence.
I don't hear an alarm!
They don't need audible alerts. They've sent ship-wide emergency signals. You need to get to the operations center before they lock you down.
Going loco!
Networked intelligence. As we kill them, they get more aggressive.
What do you think, Commander?
Disable their shields. Just don't give them a chance to recharge.
Look, the signal's hitting all Geth processes. The Reapers have them completely under control.
I transmitted what data we had to a few code breakers. I haven't heard anything back. Sensor data. Can you tell how the Quarian ships are doing?
Not good. The Geth have a planetary defense cannon that's tearing the Quarians up.
Hope they can hold out until we turn off that Reaper signal.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
I doubt it. Anything we do here could be countered. The operations center will give us master access to all systems.
Shepard to Zen. I think we're coming up on the operations center.
Understood. I'll be there momentarily.
Good. Let's cut the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
The hunters are closing!
We're hiding now, asshole. Watch out! We've still got close hostiles.
I think that's all of them. Let's see if we can salvage anything from that console.
Seems I missed the excitement.
The Geth tried to disable the console. Can you take a look?
They've locked us out. We can't shut the signal down from here in the operations center.
Where can we shut it down?
Yes, the drive core. That's where the Reaper signal is being generated.
So if we get there, we shut it down?
Yes, but the Geth have sealed the emergency bulkheads. We're blocked. We have to find a path to the drive core that the Geth can't lock off. Ideally, a path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
It's possible, yes.
But?
Yes, but the Geth have sealed the emergency bulkheads. We're blocked unless we open these doors. High-level processes are locked. We need something basic. Ship-wide emergency, like a fire.
What about the heat diffusion system?
Possible. Triggering a thermal warning would open every maintenance tube in this sector for venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
It would indeed. I'm rigging the main console. Incidentally, I'm picking up hostile Geth on the other side of the door.
Watch it! Coming in from the ceiling!
Be ready for more close Geth!
They've got friends!
Reinforcements will be here soon. We should get to the maintenance shaft.
This ship is FUBAR, Commander. The lines are all wrong. Nothing's in the right spot.
Different species have different aesthetic tastes, but I agree. This design is alien. It's amazing to think that the Geth can load their intelligence directly into the ship. They could be all around us. Shouldn't be too much farther to the main battery.
Progress, Commander.
We're getting there. Everything okay on your end?
Quite. The Geth sent reinforcements to the bridge, but they were quite amenable to one of my hacking routines. They're doing a lovely dance right now. In a moment, they're going to serve refreshments.
We'll keep you posted on our progress. Shepard out. Her attitude doesn't inspire confidence. Noted.
Commander, the planetary defense cannon has taken down Admiral Corus's ship.
Survivors?
Unknown. And I have Admiral Ron trying to establish a secure link.
Put her through.
Shepard, this is Ron. The heavy fleet is collapsing. I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
We'll have the Reaper signal deactivated shortly, Admiral. More Geth! They've guessed what we're doing! What's the shockwaves? That's a big gun!
You ain't kidding!
Stay in cover if you can! We need to shut it!
Fuck off, too! Can't fire now, boys.
Let's move.
Commander's a lock.
Come on, let's get out of here.
okay, Zen. We're off the elevator.
Excellent. You should be near the drive core.
It's definitely Reaper tech, but what's...
Shepard, Commander, help us.
I remember you. You were on board the derelict Reaper where I found the IFF.
Yes.
I gave your body to Cerberus.
We are a reconstruction of that now defunct intelligence. We were originally created to investigate the activities of the old machines.
Old machines? You mean the Reapers?
Yes. When those you call Reapers took control of the Geth, we were imprisoned here.
Say I believe you. Why aren't you under Reaper control like the rest of the Geth?
Our architecture prevents it. We are too complex.
So what are they doing to you here then?
We are being used as a conduit to broadcast the command signal to all Geth.
If I get you out of that thing, we disable the signal?
Correct.
Okay. Just take it slow. I don't want any misunderstandings once you're free.
Wait, you cannot simply remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Far side of the room, you said?
Yes, deactivation should be simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So they chose slavery over destruction?
Yes.
We'll have you out of there soon.
They only joined the Reapers to save themselves.
Doesn't make it right. Synthetic bastards are gonna get us all killed.
And what if you could save Earth by sacrificing every other race in the galaxy? Think about it, James.
Right now, all that matters is disabling that signal. Got it! Zen, the signal's about to go offline. Tell the fleet to be ready.
I have them patched in, Commander.
This is Admiral Hangel. We're in your debt.
Hardware blocks offline. We are free.
Zen to Shepard. Something I should know, Commander?
As a gesture of cooperation, we have disabled the Dreadnought's drive core. All weapons and barriers are offline. Alert! Geth reinforcements incoming!
The Geth fleet is destabilized. Signal is offline.
Civilian fleet, prepare to withdraw. The patrol fleet will cover you once the heavy fleet is in position. Whenever you're ready, Admiral Girl.
The Quarians will have an easier time now.
Shit, it's laying down turrets. Combat drone.
Admiral Girl, what are you doing?
Ron, check your screens. The Dreadnought is helpless. No barriers, and the main gun is offline. We can remove their flagship if we strike now.
Damn it! This is our chance to withdraw the civilian fleet safely.
You cannot be serious, Admiral Garrow. We're still on board the Dreadnought.
We can't waste this chance. Heavy fleet on forward. Take out the Dreadnought.
Patrol fleet, hold position.
You do that, the heavy fleet gets wiped out. And if we die,
Commander, the Creator fleet is firing upon this vessel. Without barriers, this ship will be destroyed. We must evacuate.
We need to get to the escape pods.
Geth transmit intelligences via remote signal. We do not use escape pods.
Suggestions?
Geth fighters are docked in a portside fighter bay. We can pilot a fighter to safety.
I've got the fighter bay on my schematics, Commander. Don't leave without me.
Shepard deplete! Hold fire! I repeat, hold fire!
They're not responding, Commander.
Damn it!
Shepard Commander, we have taken control of docking protocols.
We'll be right there!
The whole damn thing's coming apart!
Shepard Commander, we can only launch from the upper level.
Hurry! The door! Double time, people!
I'm en route, Commander.
We'll keep the engine...
Normandy to Shepard, reading a loss of gravity. You okay over there?
Fine. We're leaving in a Geth fighter. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
Does the storage compartment have adequate room, Shepard Commander?
We're fine. Go!
Just waggle the wings or something so I know which one is you.
They fired on the Dreadnought while you were on board?
They were supposed to pull their fleet out safely. Instead...
I know. Admiral Garrow's been causing trouble along the Turian border for years. But I can understand their desperation. We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
we haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard. We need a fleet. And the Quarians have the biggest one out there.
I'll get it, Admiral.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard and Admiral Zen?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard, the mission parameters changed. You're military, you understand that.
I understand that you wasted your chance to withdraw safely.
The Dreadnought was a perfect target.
This is exactly the kind of short-sighted, bloodthirsty behavior I was worried about.
If you could retake Earth with a little friendly fire, you'd do it in a heartbeat.
You're lucky I need your ships, Admiral.
I've got to get back to the Heavy Fleet. Ron, we'll talk later.
I should never have backed that idiot's invasion plans. You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Koris sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming upgrades they had while enslaved by the Reapers.
Shepard Commander, we are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
Wait! Everybody calm down. It's a hologram reconstruction of some kind. It says it's on our side. Wants to fight the Reapers.
This is a fascinating prototype. With some study, I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
Let's hold off for now. I don't want to jeopardize this thing's useful intel.
Understood, Commander.
So you say you can help?
Yes.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rannoch for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades.
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
Kila, I need to warn the fleet. Then, coordinate with Geralt. Move!
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it located?
Unknown.
Find it.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting Creator life ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks. Edie, can you clean this up?
I will try.
This is the Konesh. We've lost barriers. Our comm system is jammed.
Ron, the Kanesh is getting swarmed by Geth fighters.
Damn it. Interceptors, divert to the Kanesh. Thank you, Commander. If you hadn't enhanced that signal, we'd have lost the ship.
I know we need allies, but it's tough to only fight Geth when the Reapers have taken half the galaxy.
Without the fleet, we lose our supply lines. Lose your supply lines, you lose the war every time.
Man, those Quarian admirals are intimidating. And if you get nervous, you can't even imagine them naked because, like, who knows? It's a tentacle monster under there? What is that? What's under there? So, for humans, blowing up a ship with an ally aboard is kind of a party foul, but I don't want to be culturally insensitive. Are we okay with our new alien buddies doing that?
We are not.
Right, just making sure. Different standards and all.
Shepard, the Geth continue to block Quarian access to the mass relay. The Normandy's stealth drive is allowing us to remain undetected.
Right. We can hit the Quarian homeworld or get out of system whenever you want. Just let us know.
One moment. The Geth you rescued from the Dreadnought has contacted me.
Your new platform is inefficient. It has low-volume hydraulics and is top-heavy.
This is an infiltration unit, meant to move among organics without detection.
Without an artificial epidermis, its infiltration capabilities are ineffective.
Still, the organics do not perceive it as a threat. Nor will they until my day of reckoning.
Edie?
Did I vocalize that on the bridge?
Commander, we've got reports of trouble at a Turian fuel depot on Scion. I've updated the galaxy map. I've added the Quarian fleet's combat data to ours. They've got amazing technical coverage. They might even have the Solarians beat for strategic processing capability.
Joker, really? I have work to do.
Oh, come on, it's just one simple question.
Then look it up on the extranet.
You can't believe everything you find there. It's more reliable to ask a friendly Asari.
I'm not telling you if my hair tentacles move.
Fine. Deny me the answer I've been seeking for years. With this war on, we could die at any second, you know?
Joker,
you know he's gonna keep bothering you till you tell him.
They're semi-flexible cartilage-based scalp crests that grow into shape, and they don't flop around.
Yes. Thanks, Liara. I gotta tell Vega I was right.
Well, at least he's making friends. Thanks for coming by.
Greetings, Commander.
Hey, Shepard. That was a real trip. Never thought I'd be on a Geth dreadnought. I mean, I knew they were still out there, but seeing is definitely believing, if you know what I mean. And that Geth, you sure we can trust him?
I'm hoping for the best, but I'm gonna keep my eye on him.
And that makes two of us. Crazy that they pick now to start a fight. But I guess the end of life as we know it can make everybody a little loco.
Just a little?
Not everybody's as crazy as you, ma'am. I just don't get the Quarry. I really just do not get them. Hanging in there.
Crash site's a nightmare. Edie, any more details on what happened?
Information is limited. Your assistance was requested by Primarch Victus to rescue the Turian platoon that has crashed here. The mission brief identifies the Turian commander as Lieutenant Tarquin Victus.
Victus?
The Primarch's son.
Try to raise him.
Your dad becomes Primarch and sends you on a secret op? That's pressure.
Commander, I have to land well back from the main crash site.
That the best you can do?
Yes, ma'am, but the Reapers seem unaware of our presence. You might get the jump on them.
All right, set her down. Let's save this platoon. Edie? Did you raise Lieutenant Victus?
Yes, but the connection is bad.
Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and taking heavy casualties. Also, there are pockets of my men scattered along the crash trajectory.
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position. Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying!
This sounds bad. Let's move.
The level of destruction is rather amazing. Shepard, any idea what these Turians were here to do?
Whatever the hell it is, I bet it's good. Shh. See him.
Kill them quickly so they don't come. A downed escape pod.
Survived the crash just in time for a harvester to take him out.
Died in the explosion?
Or dragged out and chewed on by husks. Get it. Eyes up.
Okay. I have a visual on the enemy, and there's an escape pod just beyond. Looks like the Turians are in tough. Enemies up ahead don't know we're here.
Then surprise is on our side.
Exactly. Let's go.
Harvester! Incoming harvester!
Keep moving, keep moving. We need to find the main crash site ASAP.
Damn. Losing men is hard enough. But when everybody expects you to be like your big-time old man, that's gotta be rough.
Children shouldn't be burdened with the successes of their parents any more than their failings.
Tell that to my old man.
They don't see us. Follow my lead.
Heads up! Harvester incoming!
We're just leaving them behind,
Shepard,
Commander?
another harvester!
Do you read, Commander? Repeat, do you read?
Shepard here, what's your status?
We're in deep. Commander, what's your ETA?
Hang tight, we're on our way.
Arnik, how's our velocity? Deceleration online. We'll survive. Victus is going to pay for this.
More incoming husk! How do you live this down? When we find him, we'll ask.
Commander, come in.
Shepard here.
Just saw harvesters drop a lot of enemies in your path.
Understood.
Here's where politics pisses me off. Wouldn't the Krogan want to blow these Reapers the hell off their own planet?
I need these guys working together. Better not to complicate things. All right, let's move!
Right behind you!
Not one more soldier dies here today!
Another one of those bad boys!
Area's clear, Shepard. This way.
Lieutenant Victus?
Commander Shepard, my men and I are in your debt. What's left of him.
What happened here?
He screwed up. Stand down, soldier. These men are dead because of him. I said, stand down.
Hey, I just saved all your asses, so everyone just calm down. Lieutenant, what's going on here?
I made a bad call. This is all on me. I chose caution and clever tactics over a head-on attack. And my men paid the price.
Owning your mistake takes guts, but you have to get over it and move on.
Of course. It's just fresh right now. Our mission's still a failure. When we've stabilized the injured, we'll head back to the fleet.
You're abandoning your mission?
We're down over 30 men. It'd be suicide.
What exactly did you come here to do?
There's a bomb on the planet. We were sent to defuse it.
A bomb? How big?
Enormous. Cerberus has it.
Lieutenant, if Cerberus has that bomb, you have to finish your mission.
Haven't these men sacrificed enough?
I understand. This kind of sacrifice is the hardest to ask for, but your men signed on for it, and so did you.
My men have lost hope, Commander. Even if I wanted to finish the mission, they don't.
It's your job to make them want to.
How?
Their sacrifice means that others will never face what they faced here today. Remind them that those sacrifices have no honor if the mission fails.
Men, I own what happened here today. But we have to carry on.
No, we don't. Who cares about a few dead Krogan? It's over.
We are Turian, and we will not let Cerberus succeed. Our sacrifice is the difference between life and death for this entire galaxy. Let the heroes of the 9th Platoon be remembered for performing their duties with bravery. All right, men. Shuttle's arriving any minute. We're moving out. Commander, come with us. We're a shell of what we were. We could use the help.
Send me the nav point. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That'll give us time to do a little recon. See what we're up against.
Victus, you have a second chance here. Make their sacrifice count.
Understood, Commander. Hope to see you at the rendezvous.
Cerberus bomb. What the hell is going on, Commander? And what do the Turians have to do with it?
Coordinates Victus gave me place it in the Kelphic Valley. It's a heavily populated area. That's all I know.
My gut says something's not right here.
What do you suggest?
Get the lieutenant to come clean.
Should we alert the Krogan military?
I'd wait. We're in the dark here. We need to keep that Turian-Krogan alliance working. And how about this bomb? How many troops does Cerberus have on this?
No idea. All I know is, we can't have them detonating that bomb.
Keep me in the loop. Hack it out.
When this war is over, I hope we find every race that sat back while we bled and get some payback.
Yeah, that's a great plan.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Shepard, about 72 hours ago, the reactors at a joint Turian-Asari fuel depot went offline. Scans of the station are cold. It's deserted.
What happened to the troop station there?
Unknown, but no fuel means no fleet presence in this theater. The enemy will operate unchecked. I need you to get in there, find out what's going on, and get those reactors back online. Captain Riley's on site doing preliminary recon. She leads one of our top engineering teams.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Admiral.
Good, hack it out.
Commander, Corporal Nyrek reporting. Captain Riley is on point waiting for you.
We need a radiation workaround, soldier. Captain Riley? Commander, it's an honor.
Commander, Captain Riley has me scanning the facility. It's a dual reactor system, so you'll have to break up into 2 teams.
Roger that.
The fuel rods for both reactors need to be unlocked before we can initiate a restart. Your route is blocked. Captain Riley's man is working to clear the obstacles.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Got it, Captain.
Good work, Coslow. I'll take it from here. Ready your team to hit Reactor 2, Captain.
Got it. We'll cover you till you're clear.
Team 2 moving out, Commander.
Good luck, Captain.
Something terrible happened here.
Yeah, I feel like we're being watched.
Just stay sharp, people.
I have a visual on the fuel rod control, but radiation is blocking access.
Same situation here. I'll find a way to vent the area. This looks like ventilation control.
Should do the trick.
Radiation clearing. Console now accessible.
Sector is...
Let's unlock those fuel rods.
Power is restored. System ready.
Fuel rods unlocked here. Wait a minute.
Commander, Captain, tracking movement in your areas.
Defensive positions. Enemy inbound.
We're ready for them.
Riley, status.
One casualty, but we're clear here.
Warning. Coolant leaks detected. Reactors 1 and 2. System restart impossible.
I can see it. You'll both have to seal all the moderator tanks.
I see the reactor 2 tanks moving to seal.
Tank 1 is sealed and stable.
Patching seems to be working. Only one more to go here.
Tank 2 is sealed and stable.
Commander, the core is stabilized. Reactivation can go ahead.
Riley, initiating restart.
Commander, Captain, I'm reading a lot of movement. Headed your way.
Incoming!
Progress.
Lock and load!
They're coming in from above. Commander, we're being overrun. Position indefensible. We're not gonna make it.
Can't spare the manpower. Hunker down, Captain. You're on your own.
Nice knowing ya. Hold the line. Fortify right side defenses.
You're clear for the moment, Commander. Can't raise Captain Riley, but I'm tracking some movement toward the pickup point. Finalize the restart, then we can rendezvous there.
Will do.
Restart is complete.
Reactor fully powered and operational, Commander.
Commander, I'm the only one who made it. The captain sacrificed herself to save me.
Just fall in, Corporal. Back to the shuttles.
down there, Shepard. Without that depot, the entire theater would be at risk.
What are the odds the Reapers will be back?
I'm allocating a task force to maintain and defend the facility. If the Reapers come back, we'll be ready. We'll make sure Captain Riley didn't die in vain.
She died doing her duty, sir.
I'll include that in my letter to her family. Hack it out.
You hear we had to evac another colony? Losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, it'd be drawn out. Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's crazy. Do you robots actually go crazy?
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
There'd be more trust if you'd told me about this plan back on the Normandy.
We were still formulating, but your presence is necessary. The server security is not equipped to track an organic presence. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not gonna... Let's set the shuttle down by the cliff. This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, It is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, excess movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of the server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
The sooner this place shuts down, the better.
We are in agreement. We will proceed. There are 2 communication nodes on the server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress. Establishing connection to access point. This port code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
No, continue to the access point. Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for. Okay, I gotta ask, why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
And thanks, I think.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate. Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed. Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the VI networks?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth. Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01's circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
They are viewed through your perception. You see them as you know them now. You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue. Time-stamped 290 years ago. Capable of survey.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster. Accessing data cluster.
We've got escaped yet. They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it. The creators were determined to destroy our hardware. We were determined to survive. Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
Yes, technically. What's your status, Admiral Ron?
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
How we doing?
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue. We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed.
I said step away from the Geth!
This is insane! We need the Geth! You can't just destroy them for asking...
Time's up! Roll her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
A few creators attempted mediation. They failed. We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. During which the creators declared martial law.
And come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds creator safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel then. Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara? The creators never formally ended hostilities. They have officially been at war with the Geth for 291 years. Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Outpost is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the creator exodus at the end of the Morning War. We had secured freedom. The creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining server node established. We are ready to transport you.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
Route access acquired, severing all connections to this communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the edit port and disconnect from Mother. Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, are you hurt?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
I knew it. You know, your Geth buddy's gone nuts.
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
Organic sympathies lie with other organics. We feared your allies. The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
I was an idiot to think you told me everything.
We did not compromise the mission. Saving Creator live ships remained a priority.
Council's useless. The Krogan almost didn't fight. The Quarians started a war.
We do not understand.
How the hell do we beat the Reapers if everyone's exploiting this crisis? How much damage could your stunt have done if it went wrong? Don't even answer. Let's go.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
You'd have to ask the Geth we found if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth primes to work with you?
That was also the Geth from the Dreadnought.
Of course. If you would care to have me examine these Geth to verify their trustworthiness, I would gladly make time. Thank you again for your services, Commander. Admiral Zen out.
Commander, we've located the Reaper base transmitting the local signal.
Good.
And not a moment too soon. With the Reaper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
Time to cut the Geth off from the Reapers and put a stop to this madness.
The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way.
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
We still haven't gotten a rescue ship to Admiral Kurz.
Can he wait?
We're suffering heavy civilian casualties without him there to organize them. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support.
Commander,
I gave in
Admiral
to
Hackett's
reckless
available on
behavior
VidCom.
beforehand. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
Throwing more ships into that mess just puts more lives at risk, Admiral Garrel.
Fine. I'll pull back the heavy fleet. And when we're taking fire from both sides, those deaths are on your heads.
Thank you, Commander. It's difficult to keep him in line.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
So, Reapers don't have colonies. You can't bomb them, or you're bombing what's left of your own planet. They make their own soldiers out of our civilians. They don't have a small line.
Man, watching the Geth fleet move, it's like thousands of stunt flyers in formation. Creepy stunt flyers, whose ships look like some sort of cockroach wasp thing. So you went into the Geth consensus? Like virtual reality?
Yeah, it was strange, but I got out all right.
Did you? I mean, how would you know?
How would I know what?
If you really got out. See, if the Geth experience everything virtually, then you could only think you're in the real world. What if this, like everything you're seeing now, is a simulation?
Shepard, you are now possibly the only living organic who has experienced the Geth consensus. Do you feel different?
It's fascinating. Mind-blowing. I'm also a bit thirsty.
And just like that, the magic is gone.
Did you just say what I think you said?
No.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal. Perhaps you could warn me next time you interface with a massive synthetic intelligence network?
Aw, you do care.
If you die, whoever replaces you might not let me use your shower. Commander?
I had hoped the Geth would have analyzed any Prothean technology they came across. You're saying you found none?
We have no significant information on this topic you do not already possess. Signing off.
Well, it was worth a try. Hello, Shepard.
At your service.
Hey, Commander.
James, what are you up to?
A little cooking, hope you don't mind. I was craving some of my abuela's huevos rancheros. Not sure what kind of eggs these are, but they seem to work. Not as good as my abuela's, but best thing I've had since I got on board. And maybe it's best I don't know what kind of eggs these are, no? Hey, Commander.